My name is Dan Price. I've been racing stock cars since about 1996, off and on. Took a few years off to start a family, and we decided to get back into racing and got into Thunder cars. We ran the last couple of years with an Oldsmobile Cutlass, and we decided to do this year. It's a 1955 Pontiac. It's a all steel two-door. It was a pretty good car to start with. A friend of mine, actually a member of the car club I belonged to, was building it as a winter beater. Turned out the frame was rotten. He went looking for another one for a frame and just found another car that needed the parts that were good on this one. So when he was done taking the parts off he needed, I went over and took the rest of the car off his hands. I traded it for some labor to be determined later on his car. But this is it here. It was a lot nicer than this to begin with. I got run over a couple weeks ago. Removed this entire side of the car. Parts are pretty scarce. It's pretty tough to find, especially for a Pontiac. So we had to hammer it back together. Actually, one of the interesting things, the trunk lid is actually the roof off the old Thunder car. Needed a trunk lid for a 55 Pontiac, or in this case, it's a Canadian Pontiac, which is a 55 Chevy more or less. So a 55 Chevy trunk lid is, in the shape this one was in, is worth far too much money to be putting on a race car. So I cut up my old roof and made a trunk lid out of it. This is the nice side of it. Painted with rollers in my driveway. My wife, my 5-year-old daughter, and I with tram clad and rollers, and that's. I guess it looks fine from 5 or 6 feet away. No, I don't know what else. The lettering is done by Canadian Sign Systems, the company that I work for. They supplied all the vinyl for me. I stuck it on myself, and I guess it looks okay. Yeah, that actually, my daughter found that the first night we were up here with the first car 3 years ago. Found it, we got another truck. It was underneath the trailer, and it's been on the car ever since then. Another thing other people like to notice is the shift knob. That's an ode to my hot rod roots. It's a chainsaw piston. It's got a hot rod thing. Lots of hot rods had pistons and shift knobs. The car itself is, so I built it. I build all my own stuff. Can't afford to be buying stuff that somebody else makes. So you can do it yourself piece by piece, and I enjoy building the cars. That's I don't know what else to say. I left the stainless steel water, the trademark stainless steel waterfalls on the hood. All the Pontiacs had some elaborate hood trim. We left that on there. I'm sure there's somebody somewhere looking for that that's just crying when they see I've still got it on the car. But I might as well leave it on there. It adds a little bit of character to the car.
You get a lot of people making comments about your car?
Oh, a lot more than I expected. I've also got an old car. I got a 51 Ford Custom that's, and when I take that out to car shows, it's very period correct to the early 60s, and a lot of the old guys that remember them as kids, it brings back memories. You can see it in their face how excited they get. And this car, it's even 10 times more. And the guys that just, because you see old cars at cruise nights, you see lots of them, but old race cars, you don't see it. And so the guys just, I've seen tears come to eyes and guys just grinning ear to ear that remembered racing them themselves or watching them. And like, if I had $1 for every time I've heard the word Pinecrest since this car showed up at the track, my season for tires to be paid for. Everybody just brings back memories of Pinecrest and all the other tracks are at. So I'm glad that it brings back some good memories and brings brings smiles to people's faces. It's if I can make somebody's day, that's good. That's good.